What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a very blessed and wonderful day. Today's video topic will be a quick video recapping everything that we know about the story so far for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, real quick, if you don't want to know more about the story just yet, I would very much advise you to go ahead, skip this video, and possibly check out one of my other Suicide Squad related videos, because I want to give everybody a fair chance to not get spoiled if there are certain points of the story that people don't want to know about just yet, and I feel like I've given you more than enough time. I hope you did it, because if not, past this point, it is completely your fault if you get spoiled on something. Now, let's get started. So the game takes place 5 years after the events of Arkham Knight, and we pick back up with Amanda Waller, who is now in control of Arkham Asylum after buying it, which has been upgraded into a Supermax prison, which is currently holding the likes of people such as Mad Hatter and Clayface and more. Now, Waller picks up our 4 main characters from there: King Shark, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang, in order to send them on what they assume is just another crazy mission in order to get a reduced prison sentence. Waller, keeping in fashion with her character, does not inform them of the mission details until they arrive to the city. They then find their way into the Hall of Justice and obtains a traversal gear by stealing it from the Hall of Justice. Shark, however, is the only one who doesn't take anything because he does not need the gear to get around. Now, Harley also comes across one of Ivy's plants, which most likely came from the giant plant back in Arkham Knight, where Ivy gave her life to stop the cloudburst, living out her final moments as a hero. We also do see a giant plant encounter the squad at some point later in the game, so it's safe to assume that Ivy's plant will play a decent to major plot point later on. The squad then proceeds to make their way to the roof, where they are all in disbelief at exactly what is going on. This is when Waller informs them that they are the first team of hers to make it into the city of Metropolis alive. And now, after finishing the task from Waller, in which they had to set up a correspondent, this is when they had to run into the first leaguer, Green Lantern, who definitely seems a bit off his rocker. Right away, we find out that he's doing recon for Brainiac, and he takes the team away to different parts of the city. Now, 2 important things happen here. He addresses Deadshot by his government name directly, which implies that there's some history there. Quick reminder, this is not the same Deadshot from the past games in the Arkham series. The old Deadshot, aka Floyd Lawton, was apparently a copycat, and the real Deadshot dealt with him accordingly. One of the game's plot points that we will see is us learning more about this new Deadshot, who he is, where he came from, and what exactly happened to the old one, since this switch happened off screen between games. And I imagine that we're gonna find out exactly if there's a connection and what the connection might be between him and Green Lantern, because again, GL was talking to the entire group, but he specifically called out Floyd and told him to pay close attention. Now, the second important part here is that Green Lantern is revealing exactly what's been going on during the invasion. So Brainiac has either been killing or converting the people of Metropolis into enhanced beings, his army, which will be the enemies that we are going to face throughout the game. This is done to help bolster Brainiac's forces as he's looking to build his army even further, because his end goal is to fully turn Earth into the new Kolu, his home planet. And where better to start than the city that holds the most dangerous threats to him, Metropolis. Now, Green Lantern also states that once someone is enhanced, the process is irreversible. Now, this is a key plot point as well, and I'm going to explain why in just a moment. So we then cut to Lantern trying to enhance the squad and induct him into Brainiac's army, but a familiar face shows up, clocking Lantern in the jaw, and there's none other than the Flash. But there's a very big difference here from literally any other time that we've seen Flash throughout all of the previews for the game. Flash isn't corrupted, he's still in his right mind. We find out that he starts the game out captured, and he was being held captive on Brainiac's ship until he escaped, which is what we could assume for the other League members who got captured and then enhanced later on. Now, Brainiac also couldn't figure out how Flash exactly got off his ship, and Flash has pretty much chalked it up to a speedster secret, and it seems that he's been looking for his friends in order so he can help save them. And then proceeds to move towards a showdown between Flash and Green Lantern, and the scene cuts off right there. But based off past footage of things that we know take place after this encounter, we know that Flash doesn't win the fight, and it seems Lantern is the one who actually ends up corrupting him, not Brainiac. Now earlier when I stated that those who were enhanced could not be turned back according to Green Lantern, that process is a one-way ticket, it's irreversible. This notion is further driven home when you think back to the past gameplay showcase where we had to save Lex Luthor from Flash. Wonder Woman had to step in to subdue him, and she got him with the lasso of truth. He was laughing while she was begging him to tell her how to save them. Now the lasso can do a number of things. It can restore memories, cause hypnosis, mess with illusions, and protect from magical attacks. The two most important things here, which are also the two things that was on full display, is that the lasso can cause a victim to hit the reset button if they were altered in a metaphysical manner, meaning they revert back to their base self, and it can nullify the effects of mind control. The second thing is that the victim is forced to tell the whole and absolute truth. Flash told Wonder Woman, the only way Earth lives is if the Justice League dies. If you look at Flash's face, notice how the mind control isn't gone, it's just canceled out, because the veins that are the telltale sign of them being controlled, they're still running all throughout his face. It's not gone, it's just canceled out. The story then progresses a bit, and that is when the squad finally gets their actual mission, where they have to kill the Justice League. Now they can't do that without weapons though, so Waller then sends them after the Penguin, who's currently holding out in Metropolis and has spent the past 5 years going from being one of Gotham's biggest supervillains to the main guy to reach out to whenever you're looking for anti-meta weaponry. He is the authority on anti-meta weaponry, and Waller wants him in her back pocket. Now that is everything main story wise that we know so far. Now I know that there's a couple of Easter eggs and breakdowns that are left out, like Wayne Tech being in the Hall of Justice, Project Sideways, Bizarro's confirmation of existing in the Arkhamverse, that Rock had Bizarro #1 written on it. All of that stuff will be in separate videos, so please keep an eye out for that. For this video, however, this is where things is going to be coming to a close. So hopefully you all have had a great time here as we recapped everything that we currently know about the main plot line for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for the game? Are you not excited? Did the recent Insider episode, kind of change your thought process on the game a little bit? And are you excited to see the next Insider episode whenever we get that one? And again, if you've enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smack the notifications bell so that you will never miss out on any of my Suicide Squad related content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.